I'm picking up where I left off in the last video. So the cells percolate joy and bliss at every state of the body, and um, what happens when you live that way is that you can become in tune with much deeper things than the world is able to provide. But it's important to, at some point, when it naturally occurs, come back into the world. Eckhart did not spend his entire life as a guy sitting on the bench. That was, in a certain sense, a training period for him to come into the world as a spiritual teacher who materially and spiritually and very tangibly helped change and transform a lot of people, myself included. I recommend anybody read the book The Power of Now, by the way. That book totally changed my life, and it ushered my spiritual awakening. I was a sort of a agnostic before that, never an atheist, but I believed that religions and all were things that people derived to explain the world, and it occurred regionally. In the East, they had this religion; the West, they had this religion. In different tribes, they had different religions. But what I did not account for when I looked at it so rationally and secularly was the idea that there was anything more than, this earth and thoughts and life, the life that I know. Um, and after a point of deep depression when I was 19, I had my awakening. As Eckhart says, an awakening is an act of grace. It's not something you can plan for. And since then, I've been doing this. Awakening with Spirituality was actually a club. Before it was this channel, it was a club I started in 2012 at my college, University of Florida. And yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic to learn this stuff and apply what I've learned about the ego, about spirituality to so many uh, practical situations. And when you can come at situations from above, they don't affect you quite in the same way as they do when you're in the midst of it. You can see things from a higher level, a higher perspective, and make wiser decisions. And my life has followed more of a path dictated by, more closely dictated by God than it has been one very, very perniciously dictated by me and my mind, so to say, right? Like, I went to acting school, I became a musician, I'm playing tennis. Like, these are not normal, rational things one does unless they're directly making money from it, which I haven't. But I anticipate that to happen, and I think that the training that I got through acting and through the arts and all are what give me a leg up in these industries. Now, my point in bringing this up is to say that this is what I mean when I talk about spiritual knowledge mixing with rational, worldly knowledge, because we live in the world, right? Someone who has mastered both, so to say, or is, proficient in both, can be of extreme effect. They can act on the material plane in a more convicted, motivated, and simultaneously detached way, thereby allowing them to take more risk, thereby allowing them to succeed more, thereby allowing them to expand in more ways than a normal materialistic mind is capable of expanding. A materialistic mind will take one idea or one concept and try to expand it as far as they can, right? For more material prosperity and more benefit to the world and so forth, if the materialist cares about that. A spiritual, a spiritual mind that understands the material world cannot look at just one thing and expand it to infinity. They can look at everything. They can see a deeper purpose in every single thing. They can integrate more things into the whole of what they do, and then they can expand that into infinity. And it's something that's far more dynamic. So, yeah, that's what I have to say for now. I hope you enjoy this. And to my one new subscriber, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy the ride. I'm more motivated to propagating this channel than I was before, because what the world needs a lot of things, but among what it needs a spiritual elevation beyond its current norms and its current paradigms. And insofar as I can lend voice to that, insofar as I can live by that, insofar as I can spread that, that I will. My time on this earth is limited, as are everybody's, and I want what I do with my time here to be of meaning and help to not just the people, but to the larger collective consciousness, which is beyond people. I want what I do to be in tune with God, in tune with the ultimate consciousness, to be a vessel of whatever that mandate or dictate is, whether it helps the people or not. And I think that it will. I know that it will, but that's not the point. The point is a transcendent point. It's a point of being in connection with the total, true, absolute source, which is the very overarching purpose of all these videos to begin with. So, in any case, that's me for now. I'm gonna take a nap now. I'm glad that I've done this and hope you enjoyed it.